With your leadership skills and museum background, and with your great team, and you put together a great team, I'm certain this facility will flourish. I want you to know, Dennis, that I've enjoyed being your partner, and I will continue to be your partner. And I also want to thank the Board of Trustees in New York, Susan Evans, Jan Winter, Ahmed Erdogan. Rock and Roll Hall of Fame is a lasting tribute to the fans and performers of one of the 20th century's most endearing, exuberant art forms, rock and roll. We knew a long time ago that rock and roll was here to stay. From this day forward, it will always have a place to call home. Cleveland, Ohio. Thank you.
The governor, a Collinwood boy, understandably fired up and very proud of his hometown. And what do you think, Macy? One day will we see that beautiful new Rock and Roll Hall of Fame as the symbol of Cleveland on the postcards and on the posters of our town?
I think that you're right. I can see it already.
It is gorgeous.
Well, we've heard from the governor, and I believe there are going to be some entertainers yet to be announced, and we'll bring it to you live here from the William G. Mather. We're coming back with much more of Good Day at Midday. And we were amazed at how small the performers are. John Lennon was so short, and I think his waist was about this big around. It was really amazing.
Hey, we're talking about John Lennon. Look who's at the ceremonies right now. That's Yoko Ono. So let's go down there and take a listen to what she has to say.
I don't know about you, but...
And my love to...
She just said something...
And my love to you Clevelanders. Wow, whoa! What have you done? What are you doing? You are changing the map of America. You are now changing the map of the world.
Yoko Ono.
Proud and happy that we now finally have our own museum, a home. I think Joan would have loved this too. You would have loved the fact
That's good. It won't stop until she's done. Man, Macy's big.
Buddy, you're a boy, make a big noise, playing in the street, gonna be a big man someday. You got mud on your face, you big disgrace, kicking your can all over the place, singing, we will rock you.
When I put my daughter in ballet, there was another part of me that...
Welcome back, everyone, to Good Day at Midday. During the break, the entire crew on top of the stage headed down toward the ribbon that was to be cut just a few minutes ago. They're pretty much on time, and we can only assume that they were about to officially open the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame.
You know, so many people are here from all over the world watching this, Macy. I think they do want to keep this as close to on time as they possibly can, so I think they've eliminated some things they had planned. Let's go back to the podium and listen into how this goes.
ceremony. Countdown. We'll start with 5. Cleveland, are you ready? Let's do it. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. The Rock and Roll Hall of Fame and Museum is officially open. The eyes and the ears of the world are upon you, Cleveland. Long live rock in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame City.
Well, I have to tell you, I've been in this town since about 1980 when the town was just beginning its turnaround from the dark days of bankruptcy and default, and I've seen a lot of great things happen over the years, including very recently Gateway and Jacobs Field. But Macy, in terms of importance to the future of this town, I don't know that I've ever seen anything quite like this. This really is big.
You know, you bring up a very good point. As all of the world is watching right now with the opening of the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, there is a respect for for the city of Cleveland that it has deserved for so long, but also a resurgence in the pride of Clevelanders, and that is so important.
And that's what so many of the out-of-town people have been telling us as they've come to our fair city. They've been saying, wow, I didn't know you had all this stuff. I've been here since Wednesday, since Tuesday, and I'm having a great time. I'm going to go back and tell my hometown, whatever that hometown is, all about Cleveland and how hospitable you have been to us. Cousin Brucey was saying that earlier. He was in the Galleria. People were just raving to him about how proud they were of the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. And this will become a mecca. They are expecting 1 million people a year, Macy, 1 million people a year. And some people doubted that.
Yeah.
But looking at this facility and the rave reviews it's getting, I wouldn't be surprised at all.
$84 million a year as well.
Mm-hmm.
And that's a lot of money, a lot of jobs. Hey, we're going to come right back with more of News Center 8's Good Day at Midday.
Good Day at Midday. Well, the ribbon has been cut, and now a great new chapter in the city of Cleveland history can officially begin.
That's right. In Cleveland, you should be very proud. Thank you so much for sharing in our excitement this morning and this afternoon, and we invite you to stay tuned to the official Rock and Roll Hall of Fame station. We will be bringing you live coverage from here at the Mather at 5 and 6 o'clock, and enjoy this fabulous...
With rock and roll music as its background and the new Rock and Roll Museum itself as its backdrop, history was made today.
Good afternoon, I'm Roy Weisinger.
And I'm Lee Jordan. Goodness gracious. Welcome to our live team coverage from the Good Time 3 of the spectacular opening of the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame and Museum.
And a great deal of the world is watching Cleveland tonight. And News Channel 5's Leon Bibb is in the middle of an awful lot of the rhymes and the reasons of the museum and the hall. And he reports live now from the capital of rock and roll. Leon?
I'll tell you, as Sam Cooke would say, you send me. That building over there indeed sends all of us, I think. Governor George Voinovich said it very well earlier today when he said the heart of rock and roll beats in Cleveland. Indeed it does.
In early 1986, Cleveland battled 7 other cities who also wanted the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame and Museum. Cleveland won the honor and planned a $19 million rock and roll museum along the Cuyahoga River behind Tower City. In late 1990, the site was changed to North Coast Harbor to allow for expansion and more exhibit space. The tower would come off land and be placed in water, thanks to architect I.M. Pei. The cost went to $48 million, with corporate sponsorships to provide half the total cost.
We want them to be associated with the world-class association of what the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame is all about. So that it's not like we're going to have a huge number. We're going to go after a select few in terms of major dollars for that program.
Thompson left and Michael Benz became the new executive director. But groundbreaking kept being delayed because corporate sponsorships were proving elusive.
I feel that in the next 3 weeks to a month, it may be a little longer, it may be a little shorter, that we'll have 1 or 2 in our pockets ready to go.
Pei gave a redesign to the museum. The cost zoomed to $66 million, and Pei promised the view of Lake Erie would not be blocked.
And we feel that because it's a...
Put your ass on that.
Has reached full blossom here on the lakefront this afternoon. And here to bring us a little touch of class.
Do you notice a slight difference in dress code here?
My goodness, you look good.
Well, thank you.
What's the big deal? You were invited to something, obviously.
I'm celebrating. I mean, I've been waiting for this for so many years.
Where are you going tonight?
I'm going to the gala affair here a little bit later on tonight. Yeah.
I didn't get an invitation.
Must be in the mail. Well, our invitation's a little late in coming.
My goodness.
Well, all right.
All right. Is this going to be like...
Martini with 2 olives you requested? I'm sorry about the wait.
Martini with 2 olives, Don?
Thank you very much.
And you requested it when you got on the Good Time 3 here where we are?
Oh, no, wait a minute.
I really feel bad about this, you know? What is going... What?
Some hors d'oeuvres to tie you over.
Oh,
hors d'oeuvres?
Of course, sir.
Thanks very much. Yeah, I was going to get a little...
What are we, chopped liver?
Yeah.
I think he's got some chopped liver on the plate there, actually.
I'm taking advantage of every good thing I can this weekend, you know that? And it's all been wonderful so far.
Well, enjoy the party and enjoy the food and enjoy the drink.
And I must tell you, too, that somebody just asked me a few minutes, I want to do the weather quickly because Marilyn Monroe is down on the next deck and wants to dance with me.
Oh, well.
So I'm going to go dance with Marilyn. But before I do...
camera down there.
Before I do, let's have a little look at our weather situation and find out what's going on.
And another F-16 is coming over, and a special friend of yours is here to say hello.
Marilyn, my dear, I'd say I've been waiting for this weekend for about 30 years.
Well, you deserve it, Don, especially for the fine weather.
I can certainly see why.
All good things come to those who wait and hope.
I think that's a Don Webster look.
Our invitation must be in the mail.
Yeah, we'll look for it.
Okay. Pictures, buttons, pens, Marilyn, Elvis.
I haven't been in this one. I've been in every single museum in Cleveland but this one.
Huh?
I saved the best to last. See, that's just it. We are surrounded in Cleveland by museums. They're everywhere, most of which you probably haven't gone to. But what I did is I did kind of a panorama of the whole city here. Let's start out at East 222nd and a Hall of Fame of a music of a different sort. The #1 name all time.
Ceremony surrounding the Hall of Fame opening, and of course.
Can you feel
it? Swoboda, thank you so much for being with us this evening. You know, there are thousands of people still here at North Coast Harbor. It seems like they just can't get enough of
course.
They don't even bother
to tomorrow. But you know, this proud day for Cleveland, believe it or not, it almost didn't get here. The Rock Hall began as a long-shot dream, and the project...
Let's all take a moment.
It's been a long time coming.
A very long time. It's been more than 10 years since Cleveland business leaders and politicians got the first Rock Hall gleam in their eyes.
And sign those petitions to bring the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame and the museum here to Cleveland.
Behind-the-scenes meetings led to a grassroots push with petitions and parties. Radio and TV stations pulled together. And when recording industry bigwigs came to see Cleveland for themselves, they left with 500,000 signatures. They were enthused about our enthusiasm.
We rode around in the bus in Cleveland and the kids...
I saw Joan Gilliam. And tomorrow's start.
Impressive.
But Cleveland didn't get the Rock Hall without a fight. It had to beat back challenges from Memphis, Chicago, Nashville, New Orleans, San Francisco, and New York. Cleveland won a USA Today phone vote by a landslide. In May '86 came the magic words.
The board of directors of the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame has chosen Cleveland as the site for the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame.
At the Big Burke Airport party, then Governor Richard Celeste made this accurate prediction.
One of these days, there will be a rock concert in Cleveland that is broadcast all over the world.
But after the hoopla came the crunch issue.
Money!
New Yorkers basically told Cleveland, here's the hall, you pay for it. The first price tag, $21 million.
All of that hoopla could be like a balloon having all the air put out of it.
Then Mayor Voinovich told businessmen, if the Rock Hall dies, Cleveland will be a bad joke again. The cost soared to $40 million, $70 million. Tower City to the left.
We're really not rocking and rolling, yeah.
Cleveland felt snubbed because it never hosted glitzy Rock Hall inductions. But 2 years ago...
Of course, we must know.
Tomorrow, the Rock Hall finally opens to the public at 10 a.m., but the first day is all...
4 p.m.
Tune into our live coverage. Tomorrow, this is beginning at 9 a.m., then noon, and then at 6. I'm sorry, I forgot the microphone. It's so...
It wouldn't be fair.
From Cleveland tonight, the house that rocks. It seems that rebellious early years of rock and roll have ripened into maturity, meaning that it's now old enough to warrant its own museum. ABC's Judd Rose was on hand for the opening today in Cleveland.
Early Friday morning in front of the house that Rock built. Ladies and gentlemen, it's official. Rock is here to stay in Cleveland, Ohio.
Our hometown. Ready?
Good morning, Cleveland!
Solid, sleepy Cleveland got a loud wake-up call today. And soon, there was a whole lot of shaking going on. After 10 years of struggles, setbacks, and delays, the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame and Museum is finally open on the shores of Lake Erie.
Oh, it's unbelievable. It made my big toe shoot up in my boot.
We're gonna rock this town, rock it inside out.
And why not? The building alone is as bold and lively as the music it honors, and what's inside will rock your world even more. A collection of memorabilia that makes the Hard Rock cafes look soft. The Everly Brothers' first tap shoes, the Supremes gowns, the leathers Elvis wore in his '68 comeback.
You walk through this place, and everywhere you go, you're turning to go, I remember that, or, oh gosh, remember that, or, wow, I can't believe I'm seeing this.
Or hearing it. You can look at Jimi Hendrix's handwritten lyrics for Purple Haze, and listen to them, too. The museum boasts touch-screen computers that'll play any one of 500 classic rock songs, and other high-tech touches like a video wall that shows rock favorites in action. And of course, there's the Hall of Fame. Among the first inductees was the performer who says he invented rock and roll.
I'm the architect. I'm the emancipator. I'm the originator. See, it makes me feel good to see what is going on here.
Still, some wonder if rock should even be in a museum. It seems too raucous and irreverent to be enshrined like this. After all, it's rock, not Rembrandt.
Rock and roll has had more impact on the world, quite honestly, than Rembrandt has.
No doubt we'll all sleep a little bit better tonight knowing that Jim Morrison's Cub Scout uniform has finally found a home. The only question is, why is that home in Cleveland? Officially, it's because local disc jockey Alan Freed coined the phrase rock and roll. The truth is, Cleveland, looking for a surefire tourist attraction, put up the bucks other cities wouldn't, about $65 million. So, is it art or marketing?
Popular art is by definition commercial art. You know, if you build a museum and nobody comes, what was the point?
Tomorrow there will be an all-star concert with everyone from Springsteen to Aretha. But they'll remember today, the day when rock and roll, always a wild child, was put in an institution. Judd Rose, ABC News, Cleveland.
Well, it was rocking a bit on Wall Street, where the Dow Jones Industrials gained nearly 30